I'm pretty excited for today. I think I'm excited for lots of days when I play music with people or teach people things. I just love it so much. It's such a good time. Oh, I'm pretty excited. Okay, there we go. All right. Now so I'm on live on YouTube as well. So for anyone that's joining me on there, just shoot a message in the chat. I'll keep an eye out for you. Today, what we're going to do is go over Hurt and just do a little review of the picking there for it, the pattern. And I realized that I didn't put up the new version. I looked at my website today. I was like, I didn't update it from last week, so I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like backlogged in my homework now. It's so bad. Ah, well. All right. So what I've got is the I just have the original whiteboard copy that I had from the last thing I've posted is what I have. So what I want to do first is just do a quick little check-in about that picking and see how you guys were doing, and like shoot me, like unmute, let me know how you're doing, and then like how did it feel going using that third fret? Were you able to hang on to that? Did you guys try that for the chorus? Kind of, sort of, Julie? Yeah. It can be hard. And there's the one that I like to do when I'm anchoring that baby finger, right? Because but that's an option. You don't have to do it. But what's going on there is you're suspending one note over all those chords, and it just builds intensity, right? Let's just go through the picking for the intro and the verse, and I'll just go through it a little bit here, and then I'll share the screen so that we can look at it too. Okay, so I've got my A minor, and I'm picking 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what I'm doing for my A minor. Okay, and then I go to my C, 5, 3, 2, 3. And then to my D, 4, 3, 2, 3, A minor. 3, 4, here we go, C. And D. Nice. Okay, and again with A minor. 3, 4, here we go on C. And D. You're right on. Yeah, good. Okay, A minor. 3, 4, and C. Yeah, you guys are doing good with that. I like that. I'm just going to stop there and do a quick little talk about that picking pattern, the 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. When you're playing around with different songs, say you just want to accompany people, they're strumming and you want to do some picking, you can sit there and use that idea of the 3, 2, 3 part with a different bass note. And it's got a nice sound because it's giving you a good accent with guitar of that bass note, that nice heavy sound. Not heavy, but it's a nice way to have a nice definition between your fingers and your thumb. So if you're getting together with people and they're strumming, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you can hear that, how you can build in different layers in your playing when you're playing with other people. So that picking pattern from Hurt, I would hang on to it with the C and the D part and see what you can do with putting it in with other songs. Like any song that you learn, I don't think of it as just being one song that you play by itself. You take those skills that you learn with that song and use it on other ones. So that takeaway from Hurt right there would be that picking there would be really cool. And the chorus part, Yeah. Whichever way you do it, if you hang on to that G on the third fret there, or if you just play them as regular chords, that also, that definition of a strong first, the first beat by itself, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, could very well be something that, again, you use when you're playing with other people, and you use when you're doing in parts and songs that may have, let's say we're going to work on Fields of Gold today too, right? So, yeah, right? I know, I thought you'd be really excited, Katie. I'm really excited to play with my hair. Yeah, Fields of Gold. I got my hair cut though. I don't have as much hair to play with when I get excited. It's probably good because it was getting pretty frizzed out. Katie, my hair used to be as short as yours. And bleach blonde too. I just cut it real short. Boom! I was going to put a bunch of colors in it, and then I stopped when it was blonde. I thought, oh, I like that. So you never know. I was thinking about putting a bunch of purple in my hair because Mallory, my daughter, her hair is black on one side and then like magenta on the other. I was like, I want some purpley stuff in my hair too. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, the picking from Hurt, use it in other songs, and there's a spot in Fields of Gold where you can throw in some of your own picking in there, right? And you could do that in any song, right? Just start expressing yourself musically the way you want to, because my ideas for a song may be very different from your ideas for things that you want to add in. So do what feels right for you for a song. I guess that's part of my thought today, is to put a bit of your individual self in a song when you're playing. And I'll show you what I mean as we go through these lessons. But so I'm not going to talk too much more about Hurt because I have homework to do to give you guys a more polished copy. But I do want to, were you able to play along with the song? Kind of, sort of? Julie's just kind of smiling. Anya Pam, did you try playing along with the song? With Hurt?
No, Tina, I haven't tried. I haven't heard the song actually.
You haven't heard the song? Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's so good.
Yes. I loved the song first time when I listened to you, I saw your video, fingerstyle guitar on Hurt, and I just loved the melody. And I went back to YouTube to find the original video.
It's the story behind the song, everything about it. I would encourage you to do homework and look it up, because it's really cool. If you guys want to learn an arrangement of Hurt with the melody, Julie, you listened to the 9 Inch Nails version. It's very different, isn't it? It's very different. And that's a really good, that song's a really good example of how you can take a song and completely make it your own, reinterpret it, Okay, so Anya Pam, your homework for you is to go and learn about the story behind Hurt and where Johnny recorded it and all that. Do it. Learn all about it. It'll really change how you feel about the song, I think. Or just give you more insight, right? So if you guys are interested in learning a fingerstyle arrangement of the song with the melody woven in there too, then I will work one out for you guys that's accessible for you, and then we'll level it up totally. But we got to do this D scale, okay? Because Fields of Gold is in the original recorded version of Fields of Gold that Sting did is in the key of D. So the arrangement I'm giving you is going to be in the same key as him. Now I know that is kind of tiny on the screen, but I wanted to make sure it was there in the recording because, my last week was busy and I didn't put up my homework. So I want to make sure my homework is at least right there on the screen. All right. So let's play through that 1 octave D major scale. I say 1 octave because there's probably going to be more coming. Okay. So let's do that. And that could be part of your 5-minute practice right there. So 4th string open, we could just play it with our thumb to start. And then 2nd fret on that 4th string, okay? And then 4th fret on that 4th string, 3rd string open, 2nd fret on that 3rd string, 2nd string open, 2nd fret on that 2nd string, and then 3rd fret. Okay. Now let's go back down. 2nd fret, and then open. 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then open. 4th fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then open. So there I was sitting there playing it with my index finger on the 2nd fret. That's called playing in 2nd position. 2nd position, or when I say position, it means the location of your index finger. Now, because that scale doesn't use anything on the 1st fret, I moved my fingers to 2nd position. Just try it again, thinking about that, having the index finger on the 2nd fret. So let's play it again. So open on that D, 2nd fret with your index finger, and then 4th fret, probably with your ring finger, maybe your baby, depending on what you need to stretch. 3rd string open, 2nd fret on that 3rd string. Yeah, right on. Okay, 2nd string open, 2nd fret on 2nd string. Oh, I lost track of what I was saying. 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Back to 2nd fret. Okay, and then open. 2nd fret on your 3rd string. 3rd string open. 4th fret on that 4th string. 2nd fret open, or 2nd fret. I'm gonna stop talking and have a sip of coffee. 4th string open. More caffeine needed immediately. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that's better. Got my Pink Floyd mug. Feel all good. Depending on how you play that song or play that scale, you can, instead of doing that 2nd string open, we're going to use that that note in an open position on this song, but you can also take it there instead of there. And that starts you on your path of climbing up that fretboard. So it would be worthwhile to play around with the scale like that. And just experiment with it. Play it with your thumb, play it with your fingers, whatever you want to do, you know, but make it part of, for this week, make it part of your practice. Play that scale. When you pick up your guitar, just run through that D major scale. Whichever way you want to do it, you know, with the 4th fret there, or with the 2nd string open, you choose, okay? And yeah, let's take a look at Fields of Gold. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'm going to share the screen. Now, I've already got the, so I'm just trying to make it so I can see both pages. I've already got it shared on my website, though. I got cracking on that this morning. So it's going to sound like this. You can see it's just sitting right in that D major scale, right? And then there's a part that comes in where you can decide what picking you want to do, and I'll show you guys the chords. So we'll just have B minor 7 chord. I don't know if you guys know that chord, but you'll learn it. it's so pretty on the guitar. It's so nice. All right, so we've got to get this melody cooking here. There's one chord that I wrote in there that I might go back and change, but let's. All right, do you see my screen there with the sheet music on it? Okay, awesome. Now, in this version, I don't have the counting written in, but I will add that in. The big thing that you want to do with this is make sure that, just see that note I've highlighted there, the 2, right next to it is that little swoop there, and that's tied onto beat 3 of the song. There's a lot of syncopation in this song, where there's notes that are being played not right on a beat, and that adds that beautiful flowing sound, right? But you've just got to think it through. So I'm going to play the first little bit of this song, and now I just want you, like, by all means, play along with me. Notice that there's repetition in notes. So 3 2 0 2 2 keeps coming back, right? 3 2 0 2 2 tie. 3 2 0 2 0. Let it ring. Oh, next line. Oh, whoops. 2 2 0 4 2. And now I'm at right here under the D chord where those rests are. So you don't have to stop all the sound on your guitar, but at least, acknowledge boom, boom. And then 3 2 0 2 2 3 2. Next line. 0 2 0 2 4 0 4 4 2 0. Oh, it sounds so nice on the guitar. I'm loving it. I've got one nail that I need to file properly. That's what was snapping on my string. Then right here, this is where in the song there's a little horn solo. And that's, remember how I said, when you're playing a song, you've got those picking patterns that can sound really nice. Like the from Hurt, you can use them in here. And it'll sound really quite nice in there. So this is like a quick walk through, and then we'll go through and pick it apart a bit more. Then what's happening here, melody comes back. You've got a 3-beat, just going to scroll at the top of the page there. So you can see where 3 and 2 have come back. Prior to that, you've got 3 beats that you're going to cover with your D chord. That's what that little rectangle with a dot on it in that same bar just before the 3 and 2, that's a 3-beat rest. So 1 2 and 3, and then you go 3 2 0 2 2, and I'm playing that 2nd fret with my index finger in that 2nd position. 3 2 0 2 0 0 0 2 2. That 4th string O right here. I'm just going to talk about it as I go so we can figure everything out. I'm playing that O right there, that 4th string open with my thumb. And then I'm reaching up to that 2nd string open with, I'm using my middle finger, I think. Yeah, and then using my fingers here to play the 2 2, just so you can comfortably move around your strings. And then after the 2, just take a look. Anytime you're reading this particular tablature, if you see a little line after the 2, it's going to be tied, and you look down. Do you guys see where my mouse is circling that little line underneath it? Okay, so that's a full beat there that you're letting it ring out. We're going to fill that in with bass notes, so it'll be easier to follow. But just for now, while you're getting the hang of the melody, that's what's going on there. So 0 0 2 2 0 4, next page 2. There's 2 rests there. The little squiggles are quarter note rests, quarter beats. 3 2 0 2 2 3 2 0 2 2 4 0. Last line 0 4 4 2 0. Listen to the song, and you'll start to really feel that flow, right? So let's go back up to the top. This is the first section of the song. So I just copied the one that I did for ukulele, but the arrangement will be different on guitar. So we've got our first ending here. I'll just scroll right to the top so you can totally see. So first ending, and you've got 3 beats there. The little rectangle in there is a 2-beat rest. Squiggle is a 1-beat rest. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then there's your 3-2, which just kicks you right back up to the top. Okay, so I'll scroll up to the top, not too fast so you don't get seasick watching the music move. And you can see where there's a double bar at the top of the page there, next to the O2-2. So the double bar with the dots, that's your repeat marker. And I realize that there's also a 3-2 that starts the song, right? As well as that 3-2 at the bottom, but it's to match up with the song, to have it make sense musically. Okay, so I'm going to start again here with the O2-2. But what I'm going to do before I do that, I'm going to stop sharing, and I want you to watch my fingers and how I move from note to note there. Okay, so I go like this. In my second position, I go 3, 2, O, 2, 2, and then as I play that, look at that. You could also do this. So see how I've got those fingers sitting there, and then another finger for that second fret there. Think about it like that. Hitting that second fret there with the index finger can help keep the flow of the song going. Oh yeah, that's totally what I'm doing. Except there are spots where I have to use that there to move around, but just be open to that, you know, getting that fingering going like that. Okay, let me share that screen again. All right, let's do this, you guys. Okay, so we'll count to 3 and then we'll start. It won't be super fast. You know, we'll just take our time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3, 2, O, 2, 2. Here we go. 3, 2, O, 2, O. O, next line. O, 2, 2. O, 4. That 4 in brackets is counted but not played. 2. There we go. Boom. Boom. Here we go. 3, 2, O, 2, 2. 3, 2. Line 3 there. O, 2, O. 2, 4, O, 4, 4, 2, O. Okay, and now we've got those 3 bars. We're just going to time travel over those for right now. We'll deal with them in a jiffy. Okay, here we go with the 3, 2. 3, 2, next line. O, 2, 2. 3, 2, O, 2, O. This little squiggle here, little tiny one, that's an 8th note rest. So that's beat 4, and then you play on the and there. Right there, it's like Sting takes a breath. Okay, so you go O, 2, O. Right? 2, O, 4. Okay, next page there. 2. Here we go with the 3, 2. 3, 2, O, 2, 2. 3, 2 under the G, O, 2, 2 under the D. 4, O, last line, G, 4, 4, 2, O. So syncopated, you see this rhythm a lot. I'm just going to pull up the second page here under the G at the top there as an example. That O is an 8th note. Under the 2, like that's a quarter note. And under that other 2 is an 8th note. So T, ta, T. But then he's always got these rests here that ring out, or ties that ring out, but it's constantly, right? That feeling, that flow, that push and pull. Oh, so nice. Okay, let's go back. Let's do it again. Okay. Now I'm taking my time. I want to make sure that you guys are feeling comfortable with the melody, you know, and any questions you have about reaching that fourth fret on that fourth string as it shows up, you know, let me know. I'm trying to keep an eye on your hands as you're playing too, because I can just check in on you guys. But let's go for it again, okay? B minor 7. I think you guys all know your G and D chord, but when we get down to that part where I was like, oh, we're going to time travel, we're not going to time travel this time. I'm going to stop sharing there and make sure you guys know those chords, okay? Here we go. Start at the top. 1, 2, and 3, and 3, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2, 0. And he takes a breath. Oh, next line. 0, 2, 2, 0, 4, 2. Under the B sus 2. 2, 0, 2. 3, 2, line 3, 0, 2. Under the D. 2, 4 under the G. 0, 4, 4, 2, 0. Now I'm going to stop sharing and make sure you guys know the B minor 7, G, and D. B minor 7. Oh, so nice. So nice. Okay. We'll start off with a B minor because I think that's a good one for you guys to know. You'll notice if you play ukulele, you might be like, oh, that looks a little bit like the E minor chord. Oh, yeah, totally. Try it like this. I've got my index finger on fret 2 of string 1, middle finger on fret 3. Yeah. And then baby and ring are landing right there on fret 4 of strings 3 and 4. Okay. So that makes a B minor chord. If you, I'm not sure if you guys are comfortable with bar chords or not. If you are, then by all means, reach over and turn it into a bar chord. Now, I want to point out something. With that bar that I just did, I call it, or I was taught it as a floating bar. Watch what happens. Oh, when I make that bar chord, I only apply pressure where it is needed. These fingers are taking up those strings. Okay, therefore, when I do that, I'm trying to show you my up. There, finger, part of my finger lands there on the first string, not on the finger crease, and I reach over. It's not a bar in that I'm applying pressure like that. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm just putting a bit of my finger fat on the first string to cover it, then my fingertip on the 5th string to cover it. And that's it. It's such a relaxed way to play. Oh, so nice. Because if you're like all the time, you don't need to, because those fingers are covering right there. So that's just a little aside. To talk about how I bar. See, you know, only apply that energy into areas that you need it. But to start, we're not going to worry about that. We can just play it like this, okay? And I'm going to write down these chords as we go right here on the whiteboard so they're recorded. Okay, so we've got B minor. We'll just rock that B minor to start, okay? So we've got that one, and then we're going to go to a G chord, depending on where you are with your comfort level. You can play your G chord just like this to start. 3rd fret on your 1st string, and then these guys open. So you can play it and just ignore strings 5 and 6. If you're already comfortable with your G chord, then just keep filling it in and make a full-on G chord. Okay. Where it's 3 and then 2 on the 5th string, then middle finger on the 6th. Use whatever fingering works for you, right? Some people are comfortable doing it like this. with these fingers. Yeah, I'm not. I like this fingering. I use my ring finger on the 3rd fret of my 1st string, pointer on the 2nd fret of my 5th string, and my middle finger on fret 3 of my 6th string.
For G chord, we have to use 3-finger G chord or 4 fingers G chord.
Or are you thinking about this one here too?
Yeah.
You can choose a voicing that works for you. Absolutely. You can do it like this if you want, because you're filling in, you're adding some picking in there, so the choice is yours, what you're going to do there. Yeah. And then you got the D. That's the last little bit to do there, the triangle shape of the D. We're going to explore different voicings of these chords as we go. I can just feel it all cooking in my brain for this. It'll be so nice. Okay. So let's go back to that B minor. And I'm going to say for now, like bar it if you want, or I'm just going to do it like this actually to start. And I'm going to play, I'm going to just pick it 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to go to whatever version of my G that I want to do. And I think I'm going to do 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go to my D, and I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, 3. Right out of heart, right? And then the last 3 beats that I have before I come back into the melody, I might just do this. 1, 2, 3, and then back into the melody, okay? So this way, what you've got now, I'll play it a little bit, and then we're going to do it together. Just a little way to add in a little fill. And now, something else I want you to notice, that strum I did on the D, watch me do it again. Okay, so here I am picking 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. Do you see how I strummed up with my finger? Whatever finger, doesn't matter. Try it out. Just play around. The 3 beats that you have to have the notes ring out, you can strum down, flick up with a finger, pluck, play around with it. Make it yours, right? All right, so let me share this screen again. All right, now we're all serious, hey? All right, so we'll start at the beginning again. We'll play through the melody. When we get down here to the B, and we're just doing a B minor right now. B minor, G, and D. When we get down there, try that bass note 3, 2, 3 picking, okay? Here we go at the top though. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3, 2, 0, 2, 2. 3, 2 under the G, 0, 2, 0. 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 4, 2. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2. 3, 2, third line, 0, 2, 0 under the D. 2, 4, 0, 4, 4, 2, 0. Make your B minor. Looks kind of like stairs, right? Fret 2, string 1, fret 3, string 2, and then fret strings 3 and 4, 4th fret, yeah? And then we're going to just play 4, 3, 2, 3, just right out of Johnny. And now make your G chord, whatever G chord you want to make, 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, whatever works. to your D chord. 4, 3, 2, 3. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 3. Strum whichever way you want. Hold it for 3 beats. 2, 3. Okay, and melody. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 2 under the G. 0, 2, 0. 0, 0, 2, 2. 0, 4. Next page. 2, 3, 2, 0, 2, 2. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2 under the D. 4, 0 last line. 4, 4, 2, 0. You could hit a D chord there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is play through it a little bit faster so you can start to hear that flow a bit more, okay? And I scroll. Throw in a strum. My favorite key is the key of D. My favorite scale is the D scale. My favorite chord, any D chord. I love the key of D. I think it sounds so nice. So that's what I'm thinking about for this. Now, something that I want us to explore though, as we're playing around with this song, what I would like to do is work it into a fingerstyle arrangement. So not just adding in, just a regular chord all the way in there. Is what I'd like to do. But something that I want to talk with you guys about is changing the tuning of your guitar, because that could add a lot if we have this string here in a drop D tuning. So let me just check in on, yeah, we're good over there. Okay, cool. If you change this to a drop D tuning, instead of it being the standard E, it's going to go down on your tuner, one level down to the note D. Okay. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not even sure where my tuner is right now, or my phone tuner or anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the tuning of it by using relative pitch. Have you guys heard of that? Yeah, Katie has. So tuning it to itself, typically when you tune your guitar, this 5th fret on the 6th string and the 5th string open should sound the same. So I'm going to walk right through that so it's on the recording, then I'll show you how to change it down to a drop D. 5th string on 5th fret should sound the same as the 4th string open. And then I move down to string 4, fret 5. Should sound the same as the 3rd string open. 3rd string, because of the tuning of the instrument, you have to move down to the 4th fret to have it sound the same as the 2nd string open. Back to the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And you might say, well, how can that work, right? Like, how can I tune my guitar to itself? Well, you want to start with that 6th string really as tuned up as you can get it. Like, tune it to another instrument or be like, okay, that sounds right. And then it's relative to itself. So if I'm playing along and I play that 5th fret here, oh, that sounds like trash. Actually, I don't mind that sound anymore. I used to hate that sort of dissonance. Now I'm like, oh, it's cool. But in this case, what I'm doing is I'm playing that 5th fret on my 2nd string and bringing up my 1st string until they sound the same. And you can actually feel it when your instrument, if you've got an acoustic, if it's out of tune, you can feel the sound wave rolling back and forth in there a little bit weird. It's interesting. I like it. There we go. So to drop this one down into drop D, if you don't have a tuner, there's a couple of options. My favorite actually is to play a harmonic on the 12th fret of that 6th string. Okay, oops, that was kind of a rough one. Okay, if you're not sure how to play a harmonic, see my finger rests right on top of the fret, and I don't push down, I just play with my finger resting right on top of the fret. So I pluck, let it ring, and I played my 4th string. I don't play around with the tuning of my 4th string, but I let this harmonic ring out. And I drop the tuning of my 6th string low and then bring it back up till they sound the same. Oh, I lost it. Hang on here. It's always easier to... Well, there. That's good. I just cranked it down good and hard. It's easier to start, like when you're doing this sort of tuning, start with the string too low and then bring it up. And have your tuner handy, while you practice this. So what I did, again, was I played the harmonic on my 12th string. The reason why I like to do that is because that harmonic should be the same note as that 4th string open if you're changing it down to a drop D, so they match up. And then I just started flattening my string until it sounded the same. And that gives these 2 notes a chance to ring out while you're fiddling around up here, and you can just listen. So it's a nice way to practice doing that. And then check in with your tuner, see if you nailed it, and if you didn't, well, it's all about practice. Oh, look at you guys go. It's kind of fun, right? Like it's just a different way to tune your instrument, and it feels kind of neat, to have those harmonics ringing out. Did you get it though? That's the question. Did it make... If you didn't get it perfect, it's okay. It's a matter of practicing it. And have your tuner handy so you can explore that. Now, what I'd like to do is show you guys what I was thinking about doing with this arrangement, with that drop D. Because we're in the key of D, now we've got that low, that D that, I can feel, I love the feeling of those low strings resonating up against my chest. All right, check this out. Big stretch. So what I'm doing there is I'm giving us, because we've got 3 chords in the song, I'm giving us 3 different bass notes to play. So this is kind of a preview of coming attractions, I guess, with it. Every time I play where it says B sus2, I'm adding in this note here. Is what I'm doing. Now I've changed my tuning, so I'm picking up, every time it says G, I'm playing on that 5th fret of the 6th string. And I have to use my baby finger now because my melody's back there. So I'm playing. Let's just try this. So we'll have a little, every time I'm playing with a B, I've got my index finger on the 2nd fret there. When it says G, not always, but I'm likely to be playing here on fret 5, string 6. And when it says D, I'm just playing my 6th string open. Oh, and that low D sounds so cool. Now, make your D chord and strum all 6 of your strings. It sounds so nice. So I think with this song, it would be a good chance to just explore that altered tuning. So we have a nice low D. So let's play the melody again, and I'll guide you through how you can add in just some of those low, keep that low sound, and we'll just walk through it a little bit. And it won't be a huge pile of craziness. It's what's going to happen is where it says D on line 2, and we've got those rests, we're just going to hit our 6th string D open there. Okay, so we'll start off just adding a little tiny bit here. Okay, here we go on the melody. 1, 2, and 3, and 3, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2, 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 4, 2. Now hit that 6th string with that D. Melody again. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 2. Next line. 0, 2, 0. Under the D, 6th string open. Boom. Just gentle, right? 2, 4, 0, 4, 4, 2, 0. B minor 7. Just play it like you were doing as a 4-stringer. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. Your G is going to be different now, you guys, because your guitar's tuned different, right? Watch this. Here's a easy way to still play that G. 1st finger here. A finger on the 5th fret of your 6th string. And I'm plucking just those guys. Bass note of your 6th string and top 3 strings. That's it. There you go. So you can still play 6, 3, 2, 3. Or play around with that 1st string, whatever works for you. Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, so there we are on that G. So whatever picking you want to do there, 6, 3, I'm doing 6, 3, 2, 3 there. Okay, and now under that D, 6, 3, 2, 3, try it out, make your D chord, hit that 6, 3, 2, 3. Okay, and strum. 1, 2, 3. Gives me a chance to scroll. Went too far. There we go. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2. 3, 2, 0, 2, 0. 0, 2, 2, 0, 4. Under the D on the line 2. So let's hit that bass note. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2. 3, 2, 0, 2, 2. So we're still at the top of the 2nd page there. We've got this D here now, so you can hit your 6th string. Boom. 4, 0, 4, 4, 2, 0. So it's just a way we can play around with it. I'm going to stop sharing there. And I want to check in with you guys about the whole idea of doing the drop tuning for this. How does it feel? Probably bizarre at first, right? but we can get that. Oops. Actually, no, I won't go there yet. I think it'll be neat, you know, it'll be just a fun way to explore this. I'll write it out in two different options, with the drop and without, so you guys can choose. It's like, do you remember those choose your own adventure books from when you were little kids? Right? It's the same thing. Choose your own adventure. You can do the drop tuning or standard. It's whatever works for you, okay? All right. So I feel like I have given us a lot of project stuff here. So much. Oh, okay. So let's review this. And I was going to write down those chords to make sure they're on that whiteboard, and I haven't done that yet. Okay, so 4 fields of gold. You've got the key of D, so there's your D scale to define that. I know on the sheet it says B minor 7, we've got B sus2s and all that. I'm saying we're just going to go with a standard B minor chord to start this. And you can just do it as a 4-string chord. Okay. Doesn't have to be anything heavy duty, just like that. Okay. Yeah. Good. And we already got our D and our G happening from before, so that's the other one. Just practice strumming those chords even, B minor, D, G. Picking you can use in the interlude part there. With this B minor, could just be picking strings 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. And when the G chord comes up, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, 3, and the D would be back to 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. And that's just through that part where it's that interlude, right? If you've decided that you want to explore that drop D tuning between now and next week, then you've got that option there to have the different chord shapes. And I'll just drag this up here. I've got notes on the bottom I didn't want to erase, so I just flipped the whiteboard upside down. All right, so if you're doing the drop D, your G chord, there's different fingerings. This is just one. But your G chord could look like this: 2, 3, 4, 5. And think about this just in terms of giving it an option for finger picking. That, so that would be 6, 3, 2, 3, and you've got or 6, and then like throwing in that first string. That's why I've written it out like that, but that would just be for picking, unless you squished your finger over there to mute that string, and then you strum everything. You just want to have that string not ring out, really, is what's going on. And then for the D chord and drop D, of course, is just strum everything. Make your D chord, and then you can strum all your strings. So I kind of powered through that a little bit, but we're going to talk more and more about it as we go. The changing the tuning of your string, just practice, like either just use your tuner and drop down, or try that harmonic on the 12th fret, and then playing that 4th string open and flattening your 6th string until it sounds the same. It can be a little bit weird at first to do that, so it's something where you just got to practice it and practice it. 5-minute practice. I wouldn't necessarily put the tuning in that 5-minute practice. Take that as a separate kind of thing to play around with. But if you could play that D scale in 2nd position every day, you know, pick it up, or every time you go to practice, just play that D scale once, you know, and get your head kind of tuned into that sound. Go through the, you know, adding in that B minor into your practice. And yeah, if you can play through the melody, even if you don't do any picking in the interlude and just kind of time travel through it and play that melody, that's pretty awesome. All right, now I'm just going to stop our